Hey. I'm not posting my baby, but he's gorgeous. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. But I will talk about him. He looks like a little baby doll. Okay, boom. Last time y'all seen me, I was on here like, ew, my mucus, get down. She's such a jealous little dog. Like, ew, my mucus plug broke. All this cool, fun stuff, right? So, long story short, yeah, the baby was on the way. I'm going to make this video just about the whole experience of being in labor because, you know, I was supposed to be doing home birth or water birth, all this great stuff, natural, no pain medication. Like, yes, go girl. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing for nobody. Like, y'all the truth. The people that don't do no pain medication, y'all is, listen, hats off to you. I mean, I'm one of them people, but I tapped out. So let me tell y'all. So boom, I get on here, I make the little funny video. It really wasn't funny. I had to be mentally prepared for labor. So instead of panicking, it was more like, oh my God, like I'm excited, like my mucus plug, like ew, it looks gross. It really looks like mucus. It's quite disgusting. Anyways, as y'all seen, if y'all been watching all the videos I post. Anyways, boom. So my water broke and my mucus plug came out at the same exact time. I know my water broke because like I was leaky when I was pregnant and like juicy down there. So I was asking questions like, well, how do you know when it's your water or not? And my midwife told me that when your water breaks, it's not going to be in your panties. It's going to make it through your pants and all that. So I'm sitting here talking to my mom and like, it's like, whoosh, like I just pissed on myself or something. So, anyways, I get up, I go to the bathroom, and as soon as I drop my pants, the mucus plug go bloop. Like, ew. So at that point, like all that whole entire day, I was in like a little bit of pain, but it was like crampy, pressure. It was like a real lot of pressure, like down real low. Like, right, you know, your vagina's like this. The pressure is right here. This the vajayjay, the pressure is right in the middle. So I'm asking my mom, and she's like, the baby's probably dropping. He's getting ready to come. So then when the water breaks, you know, everybody's different. Your water could break, and you're not going to active labor for a day, 2 weeks. I don't know. People are crazy. 2 weeks, I'm not trying to do that. My labor was extremely fast. Once that mucus plug broke and I made that video for you guys, I was in active labor. So throughout that, I was doing all my coping skills, like walking through the house, bouncing on my bouncy ball. Ladies, if you're pregnant, you're watching this, girl, that bouncy ball was saving my life. Like, I don't know why it... Now, let me pre-warn you. I think that's why the baby came so fast. But them contractions on that bouncy ball, it felt so good. So I was on the bouncy ball. I was walking around. I was in the shower. I took a bath. I'm using stress-free candles from Bath and Body Works, like Epsom salt, herb sage, I don't know, anything you can think of, home remedy, home pathogy, like anything, please. But so at first it hurt, but it was manageable. Like I could walk it off. I could talk to myself like, you got this. You can do this. So I know everybody's probably like, well, where's your midwife at? Because my mom's freaking out. Like, where's your midwife? I already knew my midwife was not coming until the baby was about to be here. The midwife's job is to make sure the birth, she doesn't like to call it delivery. This is the point of being at home. You're the first one to touch your baby, see your baby, feel your baby, love your baby. You're giving birth to your baby instead of having your baby be delivered to you. You get what I'm saying? So she don't care about none of that stuff. She wants to be here for the birth. She wants to make sure the baby gets out safely when he's here. He's a beautiful baby. All his fingers, toes, lungs, heart, everything works. Everything's where it's supposed to be. That is the job of the midwife. She is here to protect your birth, not to deliver your baby. So I'm texting her and I'm telling her my pain levels, and she's like, download this app, track your contractions. I need you to be having contractions every 4 minutes for at least an hour before I come. But mind you, I'm like dying. as they getting stronger and stronger. Some people are in labor for 25 hours. My labor was 4 hours. 4. So from the time I made that video and said my mucus plug broke, 4 hours later, that baby with all that hair y'all just seen was here. Anyways, and most people in their first pregnancy, it doesn't go that fast. Because my midwife would have came had I known the signs that I was moving along so fast. I didn't know. So it just got to a point where mentally I shut down. Like I completely shut down. I had no control over my thoughts, my pain level, like anything. Like I was somewhere else, man. Like I don't want to scare anybody, but that pain it feels unbearable. It's not unbearable. Clearly I'm here, I'm alive, I'm fine. It feels unbearable. Like I'm literally asking God why. Like, oh my God, why? Why did you make it so painful? Like, why? If nobody knows what a contraction is, it's your body naturally dilating, getting ready for the birth of this baby. So females go from 0 centimeters to 10 centimeters. And the process itself can be 4 hours like me, or 72 hours like some people have told me. I've heard so many horror stories. I was so scared for labor. That's all I asked God for, was a fast labor. Like, I know I can do it at home as long as it's fast. If I'm in labor for 18 hours, I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to the hospital. Let me go ahead and spoil the surprise for most of y'all. I went to the hospital, but I wasn't in labor that long. But anyways, when I got to that point where I no longer could talk to myself, ask God, count my contractions, like I couldn't even count the contractions because they were hitting me like this. Boom. Then it'd stop and it'd be like, boom, 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 boom. Like my stuff was back to back to back. Everybody's not going to be like that. My stuff, boom, boom, boom. It was like waves, and each wave was like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like I was getting smacked down, like, bitch, 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 bitch. Oh my God, I was going through it. So anyways, all I remember, so from this point of the story, this is birth Shay. Okay? I'm losing myself at this point. I don't know. I remember looking at my mom and telling her, like, pack a bag. And she's trying to be supportive. So she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, you're doing so good. It's been 2 hours. It's almost been 2 hours. Like, you've been pushing through the pain. Like, bitch, pack a motherfucking bag. I want the epidural. Like, this, my mom, this is how I'm coming at her. I don't think I called her a bitch. I don't remember. I might have. But I remember telling her to get the motherfucking bag ready. Straight up. And my mom ain't like ghetto and cussy or none of that. And I'm cussing. Like, get the motherfucking bag packed now. And then, like, I had a home hospital that's been doing all my care before I decided I was going to do a home birth. So my mom wants to go to Riverside. She lives like 20 minutes away from Riverside. There's a hospital right down the street, like 5 minutes. I'm like, no, we going to that hospital, like, period. So she's very, like, she not disappointed, but she don't really know nothing about this hospital. She's scared. She don't know what's going on. She already thought I was crazy trying to do it at home, but she's trying to be supportive. Anyways, I didn't make it. She rushed me to the hospital, and as soon as we get in there, I'm like, I'm in labor. They're like, how you know you in labor? I'm like, bitch, I'm in labor. I need an epidural now. So then y'all know, like, COVID and all this other stuff, like, oh my God, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible, legit. Like, I got up there. If you've been watching my stories, it went fast. Like I told y'all when I was making this YouTube, I knew this baby was on the way. I was refusing my cervix checks. So as soon as I get to labor and delivery, guess what they want to do? Stick their fingers in my pussy. And I'm in excruciating pain. Like, they're hooking me up to these monitors, hooking him up, trying to get his heartbeat. And I'm like literally ripping the shit off of me. Like, where's the epidural? Where's that fuck his heartbeat? Where's the epidural? Like, and they're like, we need to find the baby's heart. Please calm down. Please calm down. How long were you in labor before you came? I'm like, 2 hours. They're like, why you wait so long? I'm like, I was supposed to have a home birth. So my mom's freaking out. I'm freaking out. She's calling the midwife. The midwife don't know what's going on because I told her I was fine. I'm like, it hurts, but I'm okay. I'm getting through it. And then, like, literally 4 minutes later, like, this is how fast my labor was. 4 minutes later, it was like death. Like, death. Like, I'm literally in labor and delivery, ripping the shit off of me. So they're like, we need to check your cervix. We need to see how far dilated you are. I'm like, listen, y'all can't touch me until y'all get me an epidural. I only came here for an epidural. All I want is an epidural. So now I'm in there going crazy. They sending in nurses back to back. It's like 4 nurses in here. Nigga, I'm stripped down. Like, it's a little shower in the labor and delivery room. I'm in there. I done turned the shower on. I'm trying to put the water up. Oh my God, I'm going crazy, y'all. I don't want to scare y'all, but the pain is so bad. Oh my goodness. It's not unbearable because I did it, but this is literally how my labor is going. So finally, they like, we can't find his heartbeat. If we can't find it, we're gonna have to do a C-section. You have diabetes. You were supposed to be induced. Like, they're going crazy because they're looking at the chart from what the hospital said, and then I'm all, no, home birth, water birth, natural, and they're like, bitch, you're crazy. You're getting a C-section. No, I'm not. You're not cutting me open, but you're gonna give me that epidural. So a part of my brain came back when I realized the severity of the state I was in, because I was moving. They were catching my heartbeat. But if you've ever been pregnant, or if you haven't, like, babies' heartbeats are usually like 125 is kind of low. Well, at least for my son it was. My son's normal heartbeat was like 140-ish, stuff like that. When they're putting them monitors on me, they're getting like 88s and 99s. So they're like acting like the baby's about to die. So they're like, we need to check your cervix, please. Like, we can, okay, you won't let us check the heartbeat on your stomach. Please let us put this in there so we can put it on his head and make sure he's okay. And I'm like, listen, at this point, this baby can die. We can both die. I don't care. Give me an epidural. Y'all not touching me until y'all give me an epidural. That's the only reason I'm here. But they keep saying it's C-section shit. So I'm like, a piece of my mind come back. And it's like, at least let them get the heartbeat so that they know that the baby's okay. I know my baby's okay. I know I'm just like freaking dying on the inside. So I end up opening my legs so they could do the cervix check. Oh my God, let me tell y'all. One person goes in there, bloop. Oh my God, it was so much pain. So I'm like pushing back, jumping. She's like, oh my God, it's so thin. There's no cervix left. Amy, come check it. So I'm like, Amy, no, one person can check it, bro. Where's the epidural? Then here comes another lady with a little pack and a Q-tip, like, COVID test. And I'm like, bitch, where's the fucking epidural? Like, oh my goodness, it hurts so bad. Like, y'all can't even imagine. Long story short, though, like, I let them put this thing in there to get his heartbeat. Are you listening to your birth story? I know, mommy's so animated. I know. You was coming. So anyways, they put it in there. They finally catch his heartbeat. His heartbeat's like 130. He's fine. I'm just dying. I'm the only one dying here. So then they're like, we got to do the COVID test before we can move you and get you in the epidural. The anesthesiology's on the way. At this point, if you know me personally, or if you're on my Instagram, like, I'm like anti-COVID, anti-conspiracy theory, the government, Trump power, yeah, women for Trump, save the world, blah, blah, blah. Like, so I'm really against the COVID, but I'm in so much pain. I'm like, here, do it. Make it fast. So she's stuck the fucking needle all the way up my nose. Yes, what they say is true. They stick it to your brain, and it has to sit up there for 15 seconds. Mind you, while they're doing this, they're still trying to strap these monitors on me. Another lady's still trying to go inside. Sorry, I just got done breastfeeding. Trying to go inside my cervix and check it. All this other stuff. So anyways, they're like, she's 7 centimeters dilated. I almost made it. By the time I get to the hospital, get up there, I'm 7 centimeters. Anybody, my one friend, she ended up getting a C-section because she made it all the way to 8 natural, no epidural, and her body wouldn't dilate further. So just because you're at 7 doesn't mean your baby's about to just slip out. You can literally sit at a number for hours, days, weeks. All I know is give me the motherfucking epidural. Like, I'll go home. So now they done said I'm 7 centimeters. They're all getting prepared. Like, this baby's going to be here. I'm like, listen. If y'all don't give me the epidural, I'm going home. Because I'm only here for the epidural. Listen. I was team epidural. They're like, okay, well, come next door. The anesthesiology's in there, whatever. So I go, and They like, lay down, da, 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 da. And I'm like, no, where's the epidural? And this man comes in and he's like, get me 100 milliliters of fentanyl. And I'm like, fentanyl? Oh my God. I don't care. Bring it. And it's one nurse. I'll never forget her. I don't know if we'll ever go viral. Maybe after I tell y'all how the hospital did me, we will. But her name's Katie. I know, mommy's so animated. Her name's Katie, and she literally like calmed me down and was like, baby, can I please see where this baby is? Because his head might be out. And I'm like, no, not until you give me a fucking epidural. And she's like, please. But when he said that fentanyl, that mindset I was in the beginning, when I was like, y'all, my water broke, it clicked back in because like, look how little this thing is. 100 milliliters of fentanyl for me and him, and that's not the only drug in there. There's already 5 other drugs. It's a concoction. The nurses, it's not already in a needle. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they just go get the needle. There's an anesthesiologist at the hospital every day that mixes different potent ass drugs together to make an epidural. Most people don't know that. So anyways, I'm like, all right, fine. Look and see where the baby is. I go to lay down and she's like, his head's right there. Are you sure you want an epidural? And I'm like, is it even going to work in time? And she was like, it works pretty fast, but I'm telling you, he's coming. If you just, and she's like, if you just, and I'm like, and I start pushing, and baby, listen, I didn't get an epidural. Let's just say that. So in the midst of that, now we can talk about the actual pushing. It fucking sucked. It was terrible. It hurt so bad. Oh my God. Hey son. Yes, you were killing mommy. I don't know why. So anyways, they're like, it's like the movies. Like, come on, push, 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 push. And my mom's over here rooting me on. And my mom has like this terrified look on her face like, oh my God, you don't have a fucking epidural. And I'm just like, please get them out of me. Like, it's just, it's really, it's only funny because I don't take shit serious, but it's the most painful thing in the fucking world. So anyways, it's 2 parts to this. Partially, the doctors did end up being right about my diabetes and stuff. My son's shoulders were kind of wide. So I had pushed his head and my mom was like, oh my God, all that hair. I'm not posting him because people are crazy, but I will show y'all all this fucking hair he got. Hair. So, hold on. So anyways, what was I on? My mom's like, look at all that hair. She looks like she's ready to cry. It's her first grandbaby and stuff. So I know the head must be out or his head's out or something. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, come on, you can do it. Push, push, push. I know it's your fault. It's your fault. They're like, you can do it. He likes loud noises too. He's definitely my son. Like, don't be afraid of that. If you're expecting mother, like, your kids are you. Like, my voice does not bother him. It probably actually soothes him. I don't know how. But anyways, yes, hi, cutie pie. Sorry, somebody's texting me. My mind, I still think I have pregnancy head. Anyways, the head's out and his shoulders kind of get stuck. They say it's because of my diabetes. I'm not a doctor. So please don't take me as a doctor for anything that I'm saying. This is just my experience and how I feel. But they say his shoulders get stuck, and they say it's because of my diabetes. So I'm actually end up being really grateful that I was at the hospital. Even though my midwife knew how to handle, it's called shoulder dystocia, and it's just when the shoulders are a little too broad to make it through the birthing canal. But she knows how to handle all that. And if I was in the pool, who knows? It might have been more, able to slip. Or if they didn't freaking stick 3 pairs of hands up my coochie, maybe it would have, I don't know. You never know. Your birth, your baby, your body. Just know all the risks, do all your research, and be prepared. But anyways, now like the head nurse comes in and they're like, Deshayla, we need you to push. Like, please push. So they're not scaring me, but like I'm thinking like, I don't know, like it's time for me to push. Like, mind you, this is like in 5 minutes. The story sounds so long, but this is 5 minutes of work. So don't be, the pain is that bad, but it's 5 minutes. This excruciating pain I'm explaining to you guys. Anyways, they're like, make you hike your legs up like this. And then you have to push. So they're like, okay, one more time, hike your legs up. So I got both my legs hiked up. My mom's on my feet hiking my legs up. Mommy just keep jumping you around here. I'm going to lay you down. I'm sleepy. Cutie pie. So anyways, I'm hiked up like this, y'all. My face was probably even uglier than that, but I'm like all the blood vessels in my face are popping out. Like, oh my God, it was so bad. And I feel like the shoulder part, like it just felt so stretchy. Like I felt my coochie just stretching. Anyways, the shoulders come out and it's like, when the rest of the body comes out, like he just bloop, bloop, bloop out. So then they just plop them down like this on your chest. But I'm in shock. I wanted the epidural. My body's now like going into shock and I'm like hyperventilating. So I don't even care about this baby on my chest. So the baby's right here and I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And my body's like shaking and they're like, it's normal. My mom's like, why is she shaking? They're like, it's normal. It's her nerves. It's her hormones coming out. And I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And they're like, Shay, you have to push one more time to get the placenta out. And I'm like, I can't breathe. Like, oh my God, it was so terrible, you guys. But anyways, they like knead my stomach. And I feel like, and so when the placenta comes out, it's like a little bit of a contraction, but you just went through so much pain, girl, you're not even going to care. And when the placenta comes out, it feels like a blood bag, basically, because it's like mushy and it's not hard like a baby. Like there's actual structure of a baby coming out. The placenta like is mushy. And I just feel it like bloop, bloop, and it plops out. And like I'm done. Like I'm me again. Now I'm ready to crack a joke. Like, okay, nigga. Like of course not like my coochie hurt and all that stuff, but like the pain and all that animated stuff I just did for this video, like it really is that bad and it just goes away. Like it's crazy. It just fucking goes away. Just goes away. So yes, that was my labor and my delivery. I tapped out. I did not do the home birth, but son was on his way. So I did not get an epidural either. And I'm very happy about it because for one, if they had cut me open, I would have had to be in the hospital for a couple of days. For two, if I would have got the epidural, I definitely would have had to be in the hospital for at least 2 days. My son was born on the 6th, by the way. It's the 9th. Yeah, this is how being natural is. And I'm mad it took me 3 days to fill you guys in because I ended up like fighting with the hospital. And I'm going to make a video about that too later on because I got other stuff to do. But I just really wanted to do the labor video for everybody. But I'm so happy I wasn't able to get the epidural because look. I'm up. I'm moving. I mean, I really could twerk, but I'm still bleeding. It just don't feel sexy. But, like, you know what I'm saying? I could do my thing. Everybody wants to know about the belly stuff. I was snatched, okay, honey? My body was like this. But as you can see, 3 days later, I was just out like this. It's just gone. I could walk, twerk, move. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. You ain't doing that off no epidural, sis. You ain't. So, my advice. If you are mentally strong enough to push yourself through the pain, and if your body allows you, because have I not had a fast labor as fast as I did, I was going to get the epidural. No cap. So, no shame in anybody's game. We all just want healthy, beautiful, safe, delivered babies. But that is my labor story. They delivered them, cleaned them off. I asked for my placenta. When they were pushing for my placenta, I'm like, I can't breathe. I want my placenta. Please don't take it. I'll sign a form. Like, so I was coming back to consciousness in shock. The white stuff that the baby comes out with, I read, everybody do your own research, but I heard it was really good for the baby. So I didn't want them to wipe it off of him right away. So he's just on me, like with all this coochie juice on me. I didn't want I wanted to delay clamping. Unfortunately, they did just cut his umbilical cord because of the shoulder dystocia. They were scared that this is what they're telling me. They were scared that something was going wrong, so they couldn't leave the umbilical cord on him. They cut it. But everything else, they did respect my wishes. I did get my placenta back. He got to keep his little coochie juice on him for long until I was ready to give him a bath and get it off. I didn't get epidural. I had a vaginal birth. It was amazing, honestly. Like the amazing part was me, not the hospital, because like they try to call security on me and all types of shit. Yeah, this is like the end of a series where you'd be like, "Ooh, what happened next?" I'm about to hook y'all right quick. Yeah, I had to call a lawyer, a patient right advocate. They try to call security on me. They try to take my baby. All types of shit, y'all. It was going down. But that is for the next video. This is just about labor. I'm not even about to rewatch this because I bet you I done scared like 75 people that's pregnant right now. But I'm telling you, the whole story, the whole 26-minute video, from the time my water broke to the time I was hyperventilating in the bed with a baby on my chest, was 4 hours. And from the time that I could no longer take the pain, I was already 7 centimeters dilated. You only got 3 more to go. If you can do it, do it. Because as soon as you get that baby out, it just goes away and you just feel so much better. Like, it was amazing. It just is amazing. Like, this little person is amazing. Like, life is amazing. God is amazing. I was cussing God out at first. But it's just amazing. It's just so amazing. Motherhood is so beautiful. It doesn't look like shit. It looks like this. I look a hot mess. I have been exhausted. I'll make another video about that. These little fuckers eat every 2 hours. They don't sleep. They cry. They're cute and they're little and they're just needy. And I just I wanted my mom and he wants his mom, see? But it's cool. It's so worth it. And not having that epidural and being able to get up and move and function is a blessing in itself. So overall, I really wish I was mentally strong enough to have stayed at home. My midwife was on the way. I just couldn't make it. And all I kept thinking was, she still has to set this fucking tub up. The tub's not even set up yet. No, I'm going to get an epidural. But I really wish I would have stayed home. Outside of him having kind of big shoulders, which are really not that big. But, you know, your coochie ain't that big either. It was just amazing. It really was. So that's my labor story. That's Shakkur's birth story. His name is Shakkur Leontay Allen. I wanted to name him Shakkur Leon. You know, like Christian Dior and all that cool stuff. Shakkur Leon. Don't that sound fancy? But my mom wanted Leontay. And then it has like 17 different meanings for real. Shakkur is a mixture of my name plus the meaning. Shakkur means thankful in a different language. And then my name is Deshayla Accord Murray. Yeah, I know. Talk about me. Fucking Honda. But everybody calls me Shay. So Shay and Accord is where I got Shakkur. Plus, it means thankful. And overall, that was my birthing experience. I was just so thankful. Like, he's just beautiful. And then for his middle name, my baby dad's brother got killed. His name was Keontae. And that's what he wanted to name the baby, was after his brother. But my baby dad has done nothing for this baby. Not one thing, not one diaper, not one visit, not one doctor's appointment, not anything. So basically, fuck him. But that's still my son's family. So I was like, okay, I could try to put it in there somewhere. My mom's middle name is Lee, and her mom's middle name is Lee. So I did a mixture of Keontae and Lee, and my mom actually came up with Leontay. Like I said, it was Shakkur Leon for me. You know what I'm saying? A little fancy. But his name is Shakkur Leontay Allen. He was 8 pounds, 4 ounces. For everybody wondering why I was hyperventilating, his ass was fat. He was 20 inches long, and he was born at 2:48 a.m. in the morning on December 6th. Kudos to me. I'm a big dog. Kudos to him. He's a little dog. But, yes. He cries in his sleep. It's so annoying because I don't be knowing if I should pick him up or not. His eyes are fucking shut right now. He's so cute. But yeah, so that was my labor story, everybody. And everything else is still being done at home. I didn't get him circumcised at the hospital. I'm doing it at home. Like, stay tuned. It's so much more fun and funny shit to learn about and know. I really just want to inform y'all so that y'all can know and learn and know that we as women... Oh, that's a real cry. We have the right to choose. We have the right to birth how we want to birth. And it's empowering. Like, I just feel like the ultimate woman. Like, I'm breastfeeding. I pushed this 8-pound baby out by myself. You know what I'm saying? My baby's father is not around. He's, like, raggedy as hell. Dudes think calling is being a dad. I don't know what's wrong with them. Okay, I'll stop talking about your dad. I'm not going to be one of them people either that talk about him in front of his son. He'll just find out when he's older that his dad is and shit. So, he's back asleep. Oh, you got to cut it out. Sorry, it took me 3 days. But as you can see, the mommy duties. He's so freaking cute, you guys. He looks like a fucking baby doll. Yes. But stay tuned, and I'll tell y'all what happened at the hospital. I'll also keep you up to date on my midwife and my circumcision and everything else. My midwife's still around. I paid all that freaking money and didn't even use her for the water birth, but she still does all our checks and my 6 weeks postpartum, all that. I'll tell you guys all about that. He's crying. He's going to be spoiled because I can't deal with the sound of his tears. But it's really good to let them use their lungs. So don't feel bad. Like, damn, bitch, get off the video. You letting your son cry. Like, as soon as I pop this titty in his mouth, he gonna go back to sleep. But yes, that was my labor story, y'all.